These are the ones that make me happy after 1,000 tournaments. All right, here we're back here for the second half of the title match for the Best in the West tournament scratch division. $500 on the line, a rematch from last year's title match. Kyle King and Riley Dempsey, two of our all-time best bowlers. That strike in the 7th maintains a 7-pin deficit for King. Dempsey has a spare working shooting now in the 7th, leading by that 7 pins. 12-time titleist, defending all-conference bowler of the year, going up against 53-time titleist, by far our all-time leader. The bowler of the year all-conference the couple years prior to that. Riley beat Kyle in last year's Desert Open title match. Kyle has 3 consecutive second places in the tournament. Oh, and it's his birthday too. So lots on the line here as Riley flushes that one. Earlier in this modified stepladder on this pair, it looked like the right lane was the trickier lane of the two. It looked like it wanted to jump. It looks like Dempsey's made the move on that lane to catch a little more hold. Whether it was just a little deeper, a little more ball speed, whatever move it was looks to be the right one, as he has struck the last 3 times on that lane. Last time on the left lane it was just bad execution. That's something Riley doesn't do very often. He says he woke up this morning focused. He wanted this win badly. Majors are what it's all about on any tour. Certainly the case with ours too. He's going to fidget that elbow, take a little breath. Here we go. So that time, was it execution or was it the lane changing? Well, you hear him say, hook so early. Title matches goes by so quick because you only get 5 frames per lane. And if you make a bet, or if you get a bad result, you've got to know right away whether it was you making a bad shot, whether it's the lanes changing, or in the worst possible scenario, a combination of both. So you've got to make an educated guess as what to do, and if you guess too many times, you're going to run out of frames really quickly. As he has been disgusted with that left-hand lane the last 2 frames. But he stayed clean as well, and as a result still maintains that 7-pin lead, which could disappear with the next fling of that ball off Kyle King's hand. Fell off it a little. Oh, it saws the rack anyway. The lead flip-flops in the 8th here. Kyle regains it by 2. It looked earlier like you would need 250 to win these games. Finally, this pair started to break down a little bit more. Thanks to the whole crew here at Brunswick Mesa for hosting us again. Coming a Thanksgiving weekend tradition here. We'll be back for it next year as well. Way wide and way back. Are you kidding me? Wow, a little oopsie strike there from King. As he told me earlier he's having a little bit of problem deep on the approach on the left lane. Maybe he hit it again, I don't know, but whatever. That ball got out further to right, and we talked earlier about how much friction they had developed to the right, and he caught just enough of that friction to get the light hit to carry there. Real nice break for King. See if Dempsey can answer in the 9th. Still right in this game. He's been better on this lane too. Ah, that's frustrating. Pretty good shot. With that 4-pin, he can now only max out for 222. King would 9 spare, strike for 225. You don't want to go into the net 10th frame needing help from Kyle to win a title. That isn't something that works out in your favor very often. But if you're Riley, you can't worry about that. Spare it up, 1 at a time, 3 back in the 10th, and see what the bowling gods have in store. Hard and straight at the 4, no problem. Good tip for you youngsters watching. See a little bit of dejection in here, Dempsey's body language here. has to have the next 2 shots here in the 10th. Finally gets back in the pocket there in the first shot in the 10th. Looked like just a pinch more of a pure fallback shot there to try and get the ball to settle up in the 1-3. It did just fine. Needs to have this one to keep the pressure on King. Riley tied with the great names in our history right now at 12 titles. Cameron Weir, Billy Grant, Nathan Panaligan, Jordan Plunkett, Christian Jensen, Kevin Saunders. There's a Baker squad. Pick any of those names. Mandatory strike. He gets it. I like that reaction from Riley too. He knows that even with that strike, he's still in a lot of trouble in this match, but you let your opponent know that you're around. You know, there is some gamesmanship in this sport. It's about the only defense you have. I don't like him rushing this fill ball, though. And he doesn't get away with it. I don't know why he rushed that fill ball so much in a situation where count could come into play. Now he just gave the count away from Kyle and essentially just needs the mark now. Really confused by that last shot. Well, good count mark wins it. Still loses with the open. For 54. Oh, wow. He's done it right 53 times, and you can tell he still really wants it. See, he screamed for that ball to go down. The old Brunswick ring in 10 right there. I'm not going to say a word until this ball's off his hand. Right in the schnoz. I hate to harp on it, but if Dempsey had struck on that fill ball, he'd have 222 and would at least Kyle to get 8 here. As it is, he needs 4, and that's probably going to happen. But hey, behind the line, and wow. Did he want that win? For the 54th time. My goodness. 2 of the very best on tour. That was fun to watch. Hopefully it'll continue to be fun as we move into December doubles and another major title for Kyle King.